Hey everyone, welcome to Kip TV. I am Kip and I'm trying out this new thing where I stream and cast live. We'll see how it goes. This is from a pre-recorded game. In fact, it is Croissant, so yes, it happened quite a bit ago. But I was told it was good. That is, I was told the second half was good. So we are just casting the second half. It is between the last bosses and How Do I Spy Radio 2 top and a gold teams. So very excited about this. Right away, we're seeing some interesting strategy. We have the crit screen going on. But let's meet our team rosters real quick. From How Do I Spy Radio, we have X. Oh no, they switched teams at halftime. So blue is last bosses. So ignore the tags. X is demo for last bosses. Maxis is pyro. Applesauce is heavy. Keystone is soldier. Wild is spy. Corsa is sniper. Kobe is medic. Jumper is scout and Crow is engineer. Over on red, that is How Do I Spy Radio. We have flank maneuver as soldier. Gigabit is pyro. Oh, they're all tagged up as flank. Okay, whatever. DRP, we'll go with Derp as sniper. Carlos 2 as soldier. Or what? That scout. There we go. 4-man as demo. Phone as spy. Wilshire Meets is engineer. Little Roman is heavy. And Roman Anderson is medic. Brothers right there, which I think is the cutest thing ever. Anyway, we're gonna get started here on the second half of Croissant. Who are we watching? Not the engineers, okay, but that's actually the only ones we see right there. So we will go to Jumper Cam as he's getting out here he got out there kind of late, I think. We'll see. Anyway, no, actually he's there first on the point, as well as his demo man X. We'll be putting down some spam, and already we see last bosses being very, very aggressive right there. And yeah, we see that demo spam coming out as soon as red team is all called out here. They're all behind the somehow magical chain link fence that prevents bullets. So mid does go rather quickly to the last bosses, but again, it's oh, here we have the crits popped on the heavy. We'll see if little Roman can do anything, but no, he goes down right there to a backstab. However, Roman Anderson did get out alive. We do have the retaliatory Uber popped. It's a nice air blasting coming off from How Do I Spy Radio, and Gigabit will go down right there, and looks like Keystone kind of cleaning up, and that's going to be, there we go, the end of that mid-fight, which happened a little fast, or a little slow, and oh, there's a spy behind you. Kobe brings out the Uber Saw, getting a couple hits right there, so you gotta love that. It's like, I know you just backstabbed my heavy, but you did give me like a 25% bump in Uber charge, so not a bad day. Well, for the heavy it was. For the heavy, it definitely was. Anyway, since this is the second half, there was a little bit of scoring that went on in the first half. How Do I Spy Radio scored once, and oh, Randy, we've seen these spies go huge. Wild takes down Roman Anderson right there, so that's good by Kobe, a nice Uber advantage. We'll see if Roman Anderson comes back up with that crits, or if he's going to try for that Uber. We do have this push in here. Kobe not yet popping, not taking too much damage. It's just the engineer here at second. We do have the spy in front coming from behind, and Phone against Corsa. Does get Jumper, but Kobe stayed alive and preserved that Uber, so again, just waiting. They're going to have this 100% Uber to push into last. Ooh, not a huge player advantage, though, so I'm not sure about this. They're probably going to have to wait. Won't be able to take advantage of this momentum going forward. At least I don't think so. They may... Oh, they may do it! Oh, and Kobe goes down! Derp getting that body shot. They held on that Uber for too long right there. That's gonna make Kobe rage right there. That's gonna make entire last bosses rage. So we'll see if Red can take advantage of this. Wild is definitely gonna try to stop that happening, and does get that backstab on Roman Anderson. I missed it because the stupid wall was in the way, but it does happen. Second goes back to How Do I Spy Radio. So a nice comeback from there. We'll see if they can continue this aggression. They have player advantage. Pretty much Carlos 2. His father, of course, is Carlos 1, a noted scout and spy in his own day. I have no idea if he has his father's name is Carlos 1, but I can continue with that story. He was the first Latino scout in TF2, and he really paved the way for Latin Americans. Oh, but Carlos 2 going down, he's not his father. I have no idea again. But Jumper and Keystone able to take down Wilshire Meets right there in the... what is this, the lumber house, because you do have, or is it wood house? I don't remember what people it's something to do with wood, because there are planks right there. Regardless, TLB, that is the last bosses, are doing a good job keeping this aggression forward. They're not letting How Do I Spy Radio get anywhere with this. Here is the crits though. Oh, but crits popped when Ubers popped. You know how that usually goes. Down goes Roman Anderson as X is just pushing everyone back right here, and they continue to push onto second. Second will be easily capped right there. Blue just needs to continue with this forward aggression. X is such a good demo man that he could probably take last by himself right there as there are forward down. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's not that good. And oh, losing the heavy applesauce going down is not going to be a good move, a good decision to push in with that at either. There we go. There we go. So it looks like last bosses will have to hold on for just a little bit, try to get this Uber up. Maneuver is going to be aggressive here and try to go for some flanking action. He knows where the sniper is. The sniper knows where he is, so yeah, at least he knows this underground of Croissant, because it's confusing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know it, but I don't have to play it. So there we go. Roman Anderson getting this crits charge up, still on the crits, even though we saw how ineffective it was against obviously the Uber. Kobe does have this Uber ready. He pops it immediately because the crits is so dangerously close. And there we go. Roman Anderson does go down. Little Anderson is, or Little Roman, I'm sorry about that. He's trying to be sneaky heavy right here, but they know where he is, and he goes down. So only 3 up right now for How Do I Spy Radio. And the last bosses definitely need to push in right here. There is nothing that's going to stop them except maybe Wilshire Meats, but he goes flying through the air. Somehow Red is getting these reinforcements. Keystone was trying to come in here and end this, but he's not going to be able to. Only the mini sentry, and mini sentries unfortunately can't cap points. They can defend them, but they can't get up on their legs and walk, which I feel like if they did, or if they did have that ability, people would be like even more, there'd be even more claims of OP-ness, which we don't need. We don't need any further arguments about the mini sentry in competitive. So somehow, How Do I Spy Radio defending last, even though they only had 3 up there. Oh, Wild getting Little Roman from behind. But Roman Anderson is still in that crits. It is popped. Where is that crits popped? Coming through a second door right here. Oh, Applesauce is hiding, not going to be able to hide for too long. Maneuver gets that rocket in his face, and looks like Spy Radio is going to come back. X is sending in some pretty good stickies right there, and Blue does have this Uber, so I do not think Spy Radio is going to hold on to this point for long. Just as I say that, of course, here comes the push. Uber is popped. Good call right there from Kobe, who took half health. It would have been nice to hold on to that Uber, of course, to push into last, but it's not going to happen at this time, at least. And there we go. Blue does cap second. And remember, we do have a score of 1-0. How Do I Spy Radio? And we only have half an hour of this, so only 23 minutes left. And that is a Croissant game I can get behind. Only half an hour of Croissant. Did anybody see the spy? Looks like Wild may have gotten through. Nope, he's gonna get caught right there by some nice spy check, and crits is popped, but Little Roman goes down to a headshot right there, so of course they go in pretty big. Not gonna be able to get that opposing sniper, but opposing sniper goes down and gets the headshot on Roman Anderson, so of course they're doing some nice work right now. Stopping that second point right here. Let me just stick on his cam, see what he can do. Actually, no, we do have oh, when he takes out Gigabit with a body shot. We do have that Uber coming in here to last. And this will probably be the cap right here for the last bosses, and indeed it is. Remember, the team's names are all scrambled, but just know that Kobe and X are on the last bosses. So a nice round right there from the last bosses, but How Do I Spy Radio definitely held it off for pretty long. Here we go. We'll watch X's real. Like I said, X, such a good demo man. For Froman, I am not as familiar with, so I'm not going to put down any judgment, but I've seen X and casted the Silver All-Star game that he played in, and he's just wicked. He's just dirty. There he goes, taking down Roman Anderson immediately at mid, so no medic right now for Spy Radio, and that's what you like to see from your demo man. Just putting down those sticks and really pushing Red back, and look how far they're falling back right there. Last bosses are just dominating at these mid-fights. They're being so aggressive, and that's really setting the tone for the rest of the round. We'll see if X can't go fishing and get a big fat fish right here. Indeed, little Roman does go down. Applesauce finishing him off right there. And X is going to continue. He does get this. Uber Pop's going to be air blasted back. Gigabit doing some good work right there, but that Uber is flashed around. Roman Anderson has no chance of staying alive right there, and this push is just fast and furious by Last Bosses. Going to almost clean up, but well, why did I say that when there's like 7 people up? But it just felt like it was a very cleaning up move right there, and still X and team pushing on to last right here. He's the only one alive. Maneuver finally takes him out, and but this push is not over. Roman Anderson goes down. Keystone, also a great player. Oh, here comes Crow. He's going to try to do this as Angie, but Crow's not going to be able to do so. And that's almost a complete wipe right there for Last Bosses. They really wanted that that last, and they were a little foolhardy in continuing to push one at a time. They had a great chance, though, so I don't blame them. But that did allow for Spy Radio to push out a second. Or push out the last, capture second, and now they're feeling this aggression. They take down Applesauce, who was, for some reason, going for a flank there or something. Not sure where his positioning was. But Red will continue to push, and seeing some nice aggression right here. This is something where they were not able to do in the first half of the second, the first round of the second half, which was push out of last in recap mid. But Froman, oh, I like that Froman, but he's not wearing a fro, so I don't like that. Froman leading the way. Kobe is down for Last Bosses. So we are going to see an Uber advantage from Roman Anderson. I wonder if he's still on that crit. Everybody's camera I go to dies, but that's nothing new. The caster curse. We'll watch Maneuver. He's got that whip out. Ooh, spy check. And indeed, he does get wild right there, so good work. We do have Uber coming out of Spy Radio. They did pop, probably that Spy was called out, and they just did not want to lose Roman Anderson, so the Ubers popped out of position, not going to be able to do what they completely want to do with that. They are going to continue to push. They lose little Roman down here, but he's going to be able to stay alive and take down Jumper. Some huge stickies coming down from X, of course, taking out Roman Anderson, so no med. Forced by Radio, they did manage to cap, but they are seriously hurt right now and will not be able to defend this position. They need to fall back, and looks like that is exactly what they're doing. Kobe did go down. I missed that, but Maneuver taking him down, so that is going to buy a little bit of advantage for Spy Radio in terms of Uber, as long as Roman Anderson starts to heal. Indeed he is. And looks like they're going to try to combat second right here. They have the player advantage. Only 3 up right now for Last Bosses. So a good defense. I'm not sure. It was kind of scrappy right there. Not even exactly sure how to call that or what happened. Oh, little Roman pushing up a little too far while his medic was trying to get everybody healed, and he goes down. But we do have a about 70% Uber charge ready for Spy Radio. Let's see if they'll be able to hold on to that. Poor Roman Anderson has been having a tough time staying alive. And, well, both medics really. These, we'll check, yeah, actually, well, wow, everything's pretty even right there in terms of scores. We're going to see this pop, though, soon. Froman, what happened to my demo, asks Roman Anderson. Finally connects with his brother, and we see some brotherly love going down until X gets some big stickies in there, doing a lot of damage, and then Wild gets that pick on Roman Anderson. So that is pretty much the end of that push. Spy Radio were not happy with that, but they were all kind of throttled in that balcony that leads to, well, not balcony, that bridge that leads to last. Wilshire meets taking down X right there, so nice shoddy work. Sometimes when you're an engineer, nobody gives you credit for like your shotgun aim and work right there, so X was like, oh, it's just an NG shooting at me. I don't really need to pay attention. But their shotgun in. Bullets will definitely add up. I'm gonna stick on Phone's camp, see what he can do. Oh, trying to get this heavy pick. Will not escape alive right there. Carlos the second, doing Carlos the first, his father, proud, and taking him out right there. So we do have a little bit of Uber advantage for Roman Anderson. And how do I Spy Radio? We'll see. We'll watch the jumper cam. We haven't gotten too many scout plays right here. We do have a fake Uber called right there. as now we do have a Roman Anderson with that Uber. Let's see, Kobe is close, but no cigar yet on that Uber. So here we go. Oh, we do have the pop from Spy Radio, completely out of position right there, I think, unless they're going for some sort of crazy play. But they are going to have to fall back now as this Uber comes in from Last Bosses. Roman Anderson does not get away alive. Wild tracked him down with the help of a jumper. So a nice push right here from Last Bosses. We'll see if they can continue. They still have little Roman alive and spun up, but he's super hurt right now and not going to be able to do this by himself. Where is he? He's actually falling back right now. He's gonna... No, don't. Just go. Just, there you go. He's gonna run back. It has a little bit of that heavy neurosis where it's like, I have so much health, there's no way they can take me down. But it is a disease that heavies need to watch out for. Don't let the heavy near you succumb to heavy neurosis and thinking he has more health than he does. It's very sad. It kills thousands of heavies a year. Probably, I would say millions of heavies. In the course of TF2, the length of TF2 as a game, millions of heavies have died from overextending. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Alright, we do have this Uber ready for the Last Bosses. Kobe is staying alive and wants to stay on X right here. His expert demo man, his excellent demo man, if I may say so myself. And we do have this push into stupid last on Croissant. Kobe stays up, and Applesauce somehow staying up as well. Finally goes down right there. Nobody up for Blue to continue this push, though. Oh, wow. X went down, and then some scrappy defense right there from How Do I Spy Radio. Oh! Kobe is going over the back cap right here, and then there's a heavy. Get out that Uber saw, dude! Doesn't matter, he was pretty much screwed. His entire team died around him, trying to do what he could. Would have been huge, but unfortunately for the Last Bosses, he's not able to get anything with that. I still appreciate the effort. It was still amusing to me. Just checking out scores real quick. Yeah, Demoman doing some crazy work right here on Croissant. I want to see some sort of nice headshot, body shot, something. Oh, he caught the tail of the lab coat from Roman Anderson right there. Oh, could have had a shot on Roman Anderson, but Derp takes it out. Wild in here is not going to survive this. But it was a good try at least. Kobe does go down. Didn't see that pick, but that's going to buy a 100% Uber advantage for How Do I Spy Radio. And the Uber is hopped. Roman trying to lead his team in here. Nobody on Blue, though, around. Blue has scattered, or they are in the wood room, and it looks like we are going to have a flank by the... Oh, but no, Maxis. Pyro right there going down. I thought maybe he could do something spectacular. But it's kind of hard when you're 1v like 6. And yeah, so don't worry. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Derp not able to get that shot on enemy medic. He's regretting that one. But they will cap mid right here, so Spy Radio pushing out of last again. Remember, the score is 1-1. Of course, I checked the scores right as he gets a headshot right there, but takes down opposing sniper. So there you go. Again, Kobe is down, so we're going to have another nice Uber advantage for Spy Radio. They need to play it a little better this time. They've been popping out of position, so it has not been the greatest advantage right there. So they do pop it a little bit, yeah, better positioning right here if they can't finish off this engine here. Crow is just a pest, and I know from personal experience playing Crow, he's got some wicked aim, and he actually does survive that. It gets out. And actually he's gonna get some heals too. Here's the push though onto second. A lot of damage going down, and who is backcapping right there? That would be Carlos. So Carlos too getting that backup. It's gonna take it 2-1. How Do I Spy Radio? And we have 11 minutes and 54 seconds left. So is getting good. Is getting very good. Watch Keystone Cam. Keystone, another good player. I know I've been saying a lot about the Last Bosses in terms of their playstyle, but it's only because I've been casting them since the very beginning. Casted like literally within my first month of casting, I casted the last bosses Steel Finals. And so they hold a special place near and dear to my heart. That doesn't mean I want them to win, I'm just saying. They have a special place in my heart. How Do I Spy Radio has another special place in my heart because their name is absolutely amazing. When we get downtime, I'll talk more about that. Kobe going down, I missed that. X having some huge damage out on mid. Only 2 up for How Do I Spy Radio, and X finally tracks down Roman Anderson. X just going huge. We're going to stay on his cam right now. I think he's personally responsible for at least 7 of those deaths on mid. He's going to continue pushing, and this is some great aggression coming from the last bosses. We'll see if they can continue this and maybe do a fast cap. That would be ideal for them as they are down 1. It's not like they are pressured for time. Do have 10 minutes left. Oh, hello, phone. Decloaking Spy right in. Well, actually, I don't think he was decloaking. He just took that damage and flickered there for a second. So X either with some sort of supernatural sense or he bumped. Anyway, X is still alive. Remember, he survived mid-fight and is putting down a crazy amount of damage. I don't have the access to the logs right at this second, but I'm pretty sure if we were to see that, we would see some ridiculous amounts of damage coming from last boss's Demo Man. We almost have this Uber ready. I'm going to stick on the X cam for this push, see what he can't do, and we do. Oh, it's a crit! Of course, X is going to get it. No! We have the flank coming in from behind. Foreman. I mean, no, it didn't come in. What happened right there? That crit's just like absolutely died. Keystone is going to try to cap this by himself, but there's nobody alive for either team right here. We're going to see in a final push. Crow's going to try to do it himself, but barely manages to get up that sentry, and he goes down. What happened there? All I saw was that crits go off, and then suddenly a lot of blue death. Yeah. That's expert analysis, once again, brought to you by Kip. I don't pretend to know what I'm talking about, I just pretend to be funny at times. Anyway, Roman Anderson popping that Uber will succeed in pushing How Do I Spy Radio out of last again, and that's so difficult at times. So they've been doing a much better job of that these last 2 rounds. They had quite a bit of difficulty with the first round after the second half of pushing out of last, and they did lose that round. So, but they got to stick on the second. They got to make sure they hold on to this. And gonna be difficult, though, as Kobe has 100%. Let's see what type of gun he is on. It is a regular medigun, so we're going to have an Uber versus Uber fight here in a second. Oh, Kobe falls down. He tries to keep that Uber on his heavy, but not going to happen. Here comes Roman Anderson with the pop. Little Roman trying to do as much damage as possible. Whatever. As he continues to push forward, and recap second right there. So, a nice little push right there from How Do I Spy Radio, but they're not able to make a big. They weren't able to carve out a lot of space right there, not able to allow themselves a lot of room for the second push that they really need to make in order to get to mid. Here they are finally getting there, putting down some good pills and spam. We'll see if they can continue. Oh, Medic is a little out of, well, I don't know. That's all I gotta say to Kobe's position right here. Finally gets back and is in a better position to be defended as Red is just continually pushing in. They're all covered in Girardi on the point, and so Uber does get popped. Crow? No, Keystone trying to go for... No, that was Crow. Of course, Crow would be somehow rocket jumping. I wouldn't put it past Crow to learn how to rocket jump as a crow, as an engineer. Anyway, watch as Red, How Do I Spy Radio coming back and getting a nice cap right there. Oh, but Wild is in a wild, awesome position right here to take down Med. He has no protection, and Roman Anderson does go down. Oh, that's got to be frustrating for How Do I Spy Radio. They're in a nice position, but that push is going to be ended prematurely unless they can get something crazy going. Keystone, I don't know if that counts as an air shot, but it looked pretty darn good to me, so I will give him a nice shot right there. Let's stick on his cam as he tracks down this enemy engineer. Oh, hello. Protection heavy. Yeah, he loved doing that. It's like, oh, I almost got this Engie who has, 50 health left, and then suddenly spun up heavy. Suddenly spun up heavy. I feel like a lot of my life could be summed up with that. Or suddenly sniper dot on head or something, I don't know. Did Derp see that spy right there, or did Wild get away alive? Oh, Wild does go down, tracked down by Wilshire Meats. Which sounds good. I wonder if Wilshire Meats makes a good meats. Anyway, some flank coming back and getting some good picks right there as Blue forced into an Uber only have 2 up right now. Keystone is from behind and takes down Kobe. No, that's Maneuver. I'm sorry, that's of course Spy Radio who's doing the crazy pushes right now. We'll see if they can continue and take a second. They gotta get that second indeed. Carlos too will lead the charge for that. We'll see if Maneuver can continue to stay alive, and I apologize, that's a really nice push right there. They had a great flank and were able to completely surprise last bosses. X is not going to have any more of that, setting up a sticky trap, which is kind of incredibly visible, I would think. Oh, but Applesauce going down to a backstab. Phone is caught out, maybe? Will he survive? I don't even know. Where did he go? But regardless, he is creating that paranoia. He is indeed still alive, gonna take down Corsa right there, and just causing panic. There's panic at last, panic possibly at the disco too, but Phone will go down finally. Maxis doing his work as spy checker, protector of medics, man of flames and fire. Kind of like Smog. More Lord of the Rings references. Oh, Axe getting a little too far up there, taking too much damage and not able to stay alive as Kobe has his 100% and they need to push out of last right here. How much time do we have left? We have 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Remember, How Do I Spy Radio is up 1-0. Kobe holding on to this Uber as long as possible, but oh wow, he did survive the attempted backstab, but we are going to have that awkward Uber dance. Kobe's going to try to get out of here. We do have the caber out, and Foreman takes out X, but Kobe did get away alive, but anyway, it's not a bad day when we get a caber kill. However, we do have a backcap going on right here. Phone trying to get it. Oh, and here comes in Maneuver as well. We'll see if he can't stay alive, but he is on fire and not going to survive. Max is again doing some nice defensive work, but here comes Little Roman. No, Little Roman going down. Wild getting that backstab, and it's absolutely wild here right now as the last few minutes tick down. 3 minutes and 45 seconds as Last Boss is somehow coming up with the defense right there, and they will be able to hold for just a little bit longer. We do have only 3 up right now for How Do I Spy Radio, so Last Boss is trying to take as much advantage of that as possible as they push out last right there. So that's definitely the cap they needed. Keystone is going to try to get in here fast, but took a lot of damage from that rocket jumping, has to fall back. Maybe just going to follow up and see what his heavy did in terms of carving space, but no, his heavy actually went down right there. Applesauce out. So we're going to see, does grab the health, and we'll see what kind of craziness he can do here at second. We do have Carlos in on the combo. Carlos 2, though, is still alive. He's actually going to get in here from behind, but we will see he takes out Jumper, and he took out Crow right there, I think. So he's still alive, on the prowl, getting some nice flanks, on fire, but stays alive. So he could be a big threat right here, but still on fire, finally goes down right there. Carlos could only take so much flame and so much fire before he had to die. Last Boss is trying to get something desperate out here with a push onto last with only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Going to be very difficult because as we see, oh, huge headshot. Derp drops Kobe. Oh, that's going to be very, very nice as now Roman Anderson has 100% Uber that they can just sit here with, or they can push. It's definitely a risky maneuver to push, but they are going to pop just to defend this point and keep their medic alive, so that's probably the smartest move you can make there, I think. And they will just have to sit on second right here, and again, it's going to be very, very difficult for, oh, ouchie, for Last Bosses to push in here and cap last, because as we've seen, How Do I Spy Radio has come out from last like 3 or 4 times. They have just been getting really good defenses on last, and Olaf only allowed Last Bosses a chance to score or cap all points once in this entire match. So it is 2-1. We'll see if Last Bosses can pull out some sort of last-minute crazy magic tricks. Ooh, I like it. The short circuit. Wilshire Meats running that short circuit, which is an excellent idea when you have such an aggressive demo man like X on the opposing team. To shut down some of those stickies is such a good idea, and as you can see, he's doing crazy work right there, not able to do enough, and here comes a huge push from the Last Bosses. They gotta take down Roman Anderson, but Roman pops in, and just the nick of time right there to save his heavy, save that point. Oh, but he's out of position right now. We'll see if Jumper can finish him off. Jumper does indeed take it down Roman Anderson right there, only 2 up right now for Last Bosses, though, so they will not be able to take advantage of that. How much time left? 45 seconds. Oh, I don't know if they can do this. Last Bosses in a really, really vulnerable and desperate position right now, especially as How Do I Spy Radio is pushing onto mid, and there they go. This is almost over for Last Bosses. And indeed, they are just trying as much as they can, trying to be as aggressive as possible. X coming down with some big stickies right there, but Froman has some in response. The Last Bosses do leave it 2 at mid as these heavier classes try to push it forward, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Crow went down, Keystone is up here, but he can only do so much. We do have Pyro as well. 7 minutes left. Or 7 seconds left, and it looks like this will be the end of an exciting Croissant match. And there we go. How Do I Spy Radio wins 2-1. And that is the end of this game. Let's take a look at final scores. Max is actually coming up pretty big right there as Pyro. So doing a nice job. Let's find a non-moving. There we go. There we go. That's nice. Otherwise, a very, I don't want to say typical or standard match, but it was well played from both sides. Don't My Man doing a great job. Spies, we're getting some nice plays as well. We saw Wild and Phone both getting those. Oh, well, STV is run out, so that means I am done talking. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and send in your demos. Remember to give me all that awesome information about ticks and records and anything else you want to tell me about the match. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a good day.